Hey guys, Riley Sugars here from Riley Sugars Productions. So it's been just over 48 hours since the Oscar nominations have come out, and boy, some big upsets, some surprises. I was surprised over a few categories, so that's what I'm going to talk to you today about. It's Oscar talk. So let's start off with the nominations, the tally. Who got what? So 9 nominations went to both The Grand Budapest Hotel and Birdman, 8 to The Imitation Game, 7 to Boyhood, 6 to American Sniper, 5 to Interstellar, Whiplash, Foxcatcher and The Theory of Everything, and 3 went to Mr. Turner, Into the Woods and Unbroken. So the question on my mind was at least this: why so little Best Picture nominees? In previous years they've had 10, they've had 9, this year they only had 8 nominees, and I believe there was plenty more room for films like Foxcatcher for one, and definitely Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler, I'm pretty appalled actually that it wasn't nominated for Best Picture. It was a great film, and I don't know, I just feel like I got a bit robbed. It only came away with the one nomination this year for Best Writing. I'm pretty disappointed actually, because I thought Jake Gyllenhaal really deserved a nomination for this. He had some great competition this year, great competition. Definitely, it was a very tight category for Best Actor, but he seriously was by far one of his best performances in his career. I think, I don't know, I just thought he got a bit robbed. Out of possible probably 4 categories it could have been nominated, it was only nominated for 1. So the Academy really went for the indie film this year. Whiplash got the surprise nomination for Best Picture. It also picked up another couple, one for J.K. Simmons for Best Supporting Actor, which he's got the bag. And I was very surprised by this. I did not think it would get a Best Picture nomination. It was such a surprise that an indie film like Whiplash actually got nominated. It was shot in 19 days. It was based off, it was on the blacklist for the Sundance Festival, and it was very surprising. But you know what? It's good. Good, because it's the little films that need the audience, not the big films. Big films do alright. Yeah. So, Best Director. Big surprise, Wes Anderson. Go Wes Anderson. Did very well this year. Definitely deserved it for The Grand Budapest Hotel. Missed out on past years with Moonrise Kingdom and The Royal Tenenbaums. Definitely did a great job this year. Definitely deserved it. Obviously Richard Linklater for Boyhood, obviously. And he's most likely the favourite and most likely the one who's going to win it. Alejandro Inarritu for Birdman, so he was nominated. Also Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher. For The Theory of Everything, Morton Tyldum. Now he was a surprise, I had to say. I was not expecting him. People like Clint Eastwood, usual favourite, did not get nominated for American Sniper. Also, he was Ava DuVernay for Selma. Now, I was sort of expecting that she would be nominated. Obviously, the Academy thought otherwise. On to the next category. So we've got Best Animated Film. Massive upset here. Massive upset. The Lego Movie. Where'd it go? Apparently the Academy doesn't even know that it existed, because I'm sorry, it was a pretty clear and easy nomination, very much deserving, and what happened, guys? Did we forget about it, or? Apparently, to the director, everything is not awesome. Everything is not awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. On to the next category, Best Supporting Actor. So, the nominees were Edward Norton for Birdman, Mark Ruffalo for Foxcatcher, J.K. Simmons for Whiplash, Robert Duvall for The Judge, and finally, Ethan Hawke for Boyhood. Now, there wasn't really many surprises here. This was pretty much a mirror of the Golden Globe nominations. I have no doubt that the result will be the same, with J.K. Simmons taking it out, but I'll talk about that in another video, because this is only about the noms, but I'm just getting a bit excited. So, the Best Supporting Actress category, and this had a few surprises. So Patricia Arquette for Boyhood, that was an obvious choice. Emma Stone for Birdman, Laura Dern for Wild, Meryl Streep for Into the Woods, and Keira Knightley for The Imitation Game. Now the big surprise here was that Laura Dern snuck in this one. Now I was very sure that Jessica Chastain was going to be nominated for a Most Violent Year, because apparently that was excellent, and she was excellent in it. But no, the Academy thought not. Most Violent Year didn't get any nominations. Wild did well, and as obviously the Academy liked the film, as they did with Laura Dern's performance, because she snuck in. I'm gonna put my pencil down. On to the next category. On to the next category, Best Actress. So the nominees were Rosamund Pike for Gone Girl, Reese Witherspoon for Wild, Marion Cotillard, you know who I mean, for 2 Days, One Night, Felicity Jones for The Theory of Everything, and Julianne Moore for Still Alice. Now, wow, this one threw out some doozies. Marianne Cotillard, where did she come from? I give up. Out of nowhere. Even Margaret gave this film a thumbs up, but seriously, out of nowhere, award season, she wasn't really saying. Obviously the Academy loved the film and they loved her performance in it because she snuck out, and she snuck people out, like especially like Amy Adams for Big Eyes. Now she is an awards magnet with nominations, and I seriously presume that she would definitely be nominated. However, she wasn't. Same as Jennifer Aniston for the film Cake. Really surprising. However, Felicity Jones definitely secured that one. Reese Witherspoon and Rosamund Pike definitely. And how far has Rosamund Pike gone? Seriously. She was once a Bond girl and now she's a Gone girl. Ironic. Actor. Dun, dun, dun. Best Actor. First off, we have Foxcatcher's Steve Carell. Now this is a massive change for Steve Carell. Very well known from The Office and many other comedic films. Now he's done a drama, and one of his first major dramas, and he's got an Academy Award nomination for it. The next is Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game. Now he was very good in this film. Very good. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I'll admit it, here right now, I'm a cumber bitch. Don't judge me, please. But seriously, how good was he in Sherlock? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Michael Keaton was nominated for Birdman. Now this was very funny. I'm going to see it tomorrow, this film, but it's funny because he's playing an actor who was in a superhero franchise. Just like Michael Keaton was when he was an actor. I think it's just a very funny and brilliant casting, I think. So who else do we have? We've got Eddie Redmayne for The Theory of Everything, and he played Stephen Hawking. Now, I can't wait to see this. I seriously can't wait to see this. It's gonna be awesome. But from all the previews, all the reviews I've read, he's awesome, and he won the Golden Globe actually. So this is a good sign for Eddie Redmayne. And so he wasn't really that of a massive actor, and he came into the spotlight in the 2012 Best Picture nominated Les Miserables, and he was very good in that, and as was the film, and that brought him into the spotlight. Now, it's big players in the best actor category, but I like Eddie, but I also like Benedict. It's too hard to call this one. But there's one final nomination, and that is Bradley Cooper for American Sniper. Now, Bradley Cooper over the past 5 years has he's constantly getting Academy Award nominations. It was American Hustle, then it was Silver Lining Playbook. He's an awards magnet, and he's a very good actor, very rightfully so. Just hope he starts staying away from movies like The Hangover 3 and starts doing more films like American Sniper, which I'm dying to see. Damn Australian cinema releases. Who missed out on this one? The big snub for this category, by far, was Jake Gyllenhaal for Nightcrawler. I was confident, actually, that Jake Gyllenhaal would get nominated. How wrong I was. He was excellent in this film, Nightcrawler, and I'm actually pretty disappointed that he didn't get nominated. But I digress. So good. Anyway, the next snub was definitely Selma's David Oyelowo. Can't say it! So many of these films I haven't seen yet, it's driving me crazy. So David Oyelowo for his portrayal of Martin Luther King Jr. in Selma. Now, he missed out big time. Big time. Everyone thought he was going to get nominated, but snubbed, apparently, and so was the film Selma. And the final snub, and I believe he was very deserving of possibly... You know what? I understood why he didn't get nominated, but I thought his performance was excellent, which was Ralph Fiennes in The Grand Budapest Hotel as Monsieur Gustave. He was excellent. He was so funny, and it was like not a role that Ralph Fiennes usually takes. In James Bond, Skyfall, and he was in... What else was he in? He was Voldemort. I mean, Pops Wes Anderson gives him this great role. Yeah, so very interesting, that one. But now we get on to the big category, the magnanimous category. Dun, dun, dun. Best Picture. So, Best Picture. The nominees were American Sniper, Boyhood, Selma, The Imitation Game, The Theory of Everything. Goodness, I've just named them and not in alphabetical order, so that's made it really hard. American Sniper, Birdman, Boyhood, The Imitation Game, Selma, The Theory of Everything, and finally, out of nowhere, Whiplash. Go Whiplash. Well, not out of nowhere, but the indie film got nominated. Now, the Academy must have really loved this film, and I haven't seen it yet. And I'm dying to see it. Yes, frustrating. Why only 9 best? Why not 9? Why not 10? Why only 8 Best Picture nominees this year? That is a good question. And to my disappointment, Nightcrawler was not nominated. I was so disappointed. So disappointed. I don't know. I just really like that film. It's just a great film. It's a close category. However, I think it's obvious there is one shining light through the Best Picture category. And that is, you'll have to find out on the next video. It's kept you in suspense. I was up at 2 o'clock watching the nominees a couple mornings ago. I'm really tired.